Suricatos on your right. Sirens on your left. I'm sorry, Sirens on your right, Suricatos on your left. 5 alive Suricatos.
Sirens looking pretty well spread out, already into the snake 2. Thank you.
Five alive Suricatos. Bianca into this snake Dorito now.
Sirens moving up to the snake 3.
Suricatos lose one of their home players. Nice slide up to that inside snake wedge.
Sirens, sorry Matt. Sirens losing their home player. Ref going in to check a siren very quickly. Player's clean. Oh, player's not clean. There they go.
They lose that Galato for Suricatos. So now 3 bodies alive. Bianca's trying to push this snake side wedge.
Sirens in the Dorito 2. Heads up gunfight.
Inside run by Bianca. That should not work. She's
No.
into their D3.
Heads up.
Suricatos losing another player
Bianca
off the
getting
back
shot.
line. That leaves just the Suricatos Dorito corner all alone.
Sirens have at least 2. Dorito 3 and the snake 3. Crossed up right now, talking, trying to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah, they've correctly assessed the last players in that corner.
Big run down the D side.
There it is.
Players hit.
Yeah, Suricato getting squeezed out. Not her fault.
How we doing, Matt?
I'm good. Oh, yeah, welcome back. You are listening to Matt Falby and, more importantly, Krista Gonzalez. Back in
Hello,
effect.
hello.
Thank you for joining us again here on WNXL Saturday. Is it Saturday? Or is it dry?
Yeah, it's very, very hot. It feels like Saturday.
It's a very hot day out here. I believe the whole country's going through a heat wave, and it's centered somewhere over Ohio. It is.
It feels like Florida.
It is, yeah, it feels like Florida out here. A lot of Florida teams here, so we made them comfortable. We made them feel at home.
Have some humidity.
It's sultry.
It doesn't stop. It's unforgiving.
Yeah. All right, we're about to watch Dallas Vibe take on Northern Lights.
Northern Lights are going to be on your right.
20 seconds.
All right, Dallas Vibe, expect to see a healthy dose of Tejada working up this snake side. Matter of fact, the pattern has been Tejada actually will hold up at home for about 5 seconds as a gunner and then do pretty much a naked bootleg around the outside of the snake into snake 2. It
Okay.
shouldn't work, but it tends to work. This time straight into the snake, 2 at home.
Northern Lights, 5 alive. Spread out to the snake, across the back line, and the beast in the middle.
All right, this is not Tejada. This is Sereno working this snake side.
Northern Lights into the snake 2. It looks like they're going to push up straight into the snake 3, possibly. I just lost sight of them.
Vibe is now spread out from the home. They've left it behind Tejada in the can. They've also got the mini insert on the Dorito side, up the middle in the mini brick.
Northern
Middle
Lights
in the
player
big brick.
getting checked, and they are clean. Northern Lights still 5 alive.
There's a slide up to that inside wedge.
Yep.
By the lights.
Are we calling that the inside wedge now?
Yeah, I'm calling that the inside
Okay,
snake wedge because
okay.
your outside snake wedge is on the tape line. That
I like
50.
that.
Yeah.
After yesterday morning, I'm glad that we decided on that.
We've made adjustments.
We're stepping up over here. Watch out.
All right, Tejada sliding up to the snake 2 herself. Sereno in front of her.
Great communication by Vibe and the snake right now. Northern Lights losing their middle player.
That might have finally broken the dam. Sereno and Tejada move almost in unison, bouncing forward bunkers.
Northern Lights players talking and trying to figure out what is happening right now. They are figuring out that Vibe has moved up to the outside wedge. Northern Lights losing their snake player.
Tejada loses her life in that Dorito. Playing a little bit too tall. Sereno's now the tip of the spear with no backup.
Northern Lights on the move out to the D corner. D corner, Dorito 2, and the inside wedge.
Oh, Dallas 5 trying to make that cross into the brick. Just moved a little bit too slow. She's going to lose her life for it. Oh, now Bard is going to take a walk too. They've broken open the middle of that field.
The snake player for Northern Lights is just eating right now.
That leaves Sereno here working alone over in this wedge, and she's got a mini tempo on the back row. There you go, good kill by Sereno.
I don't know if Sereno knows that this D corner is, I believe, alive. I didn't see them walk off.
Northern Lights in the wedge themselves. Does Sereno pick up on it? There's no vision with that brick.
I could be wrong about that, Matt.
There it is. Sereno gets the kill on that wedge.
No D corner.
All
I
right.
apologize.
Sereno just went pretty much nuclear on the Northern Lights. She just killed everything. Well done. Did it in a fair amount of time, just a couple minutes used up.
So we were talking yesterday morning about how some games you might see a lot of slow points. I was pitting for New York Extreme, and we saw some extremely long points yesterday over on that pro field. How's it been on the semi-pro?
So up until today, I would have said much faster, but we've seen some really long points today. We saw P-Mob, I think, against against LA Collision with a 14-minute 1-point game.
Wow.
Like 14.5-minute 1-point game, something like that. It was crazy. What's even crazier is Collision came back with a 30-second point, forced an overtime. P-Mob did end up winning it in overtime.
Wow.
But we've seen some very slow games here. As a matter of fact, we've seen some games decided by who has enough paint to make it through the point.
Suricatos on your right side of the field, going straight up to the other team's snake inside wedge and all the way in clean.
Already 3 players going to be lost for the Sirens. This is bad.
Suricatos shooting the Dorito corner. Looks like Bianca.
1 player left for Sirens. Just trying to reload. This is desperate.
Bianca has the ball right now. She can just crawl down,
no,
shoot and go.
Oh, no. The Sirens player got spooked by a ref. Turned and lit up a ref coming to check her. She's clean.
Bianca's got to keep her head in a swivel here.
That's an incredibly generous ref that doesn't find a hit on her after he just ripped the ref to pieces.
Did she shoot him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a...
Yeah, she got a hit on the hopper. No, she got panicked by a ref coming in to check. She thought she was getting bunkered. She turned and just ripped the ref apart at point blank.
I tell you what, Bianca, that was quite the play. Did you see that break?
No, I was so focused on the ref shooting action over here, I missed it.
Off the break, straight up to their 50 brick into Suricatos.
Yes.
I'm sorry, into... Who were they playing? She was wearing an Infamous jersey.
Yeah, that was an off jersey. So we have Suricatos. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Suricatos playing the Sirens. So that was
Gotcha.
Sirens on defense there. Suricatos making that move.
Into the Sirens brick, all the way to the Sirens inside wedge, just shooting everyone. Hornets Nest. I love that B.
That is a risk-reward play that we've seen a few times this weekend. If they see it, you're in trouble. The other thing that can blow that play up is if your opponent sends a player to this middle front brick, which is a very common thing, and out of their corner of the eye they see you crawling past, you're going to get destroyed. And we've seen that a couple times. So, but if you do it successfully, you make it to their inside wedge, and you just do so much damage.
Dallas 5's on your right.
Northern Lights down a point.
Dallas 5 stacked 3 at the home, straight up to the brick and the snake corner.
Northern Lights still 5 alive. I don't know. She tries to make a side fill. It doesn't work from home.
Dallas 5 still 5 alive. Crawling into the snake now. Straight up into that inside wedge, and she makes it in clean.
Oh, Snake 1's going to get blown up for Northern Lights.
This 5 player doesn't know.
Yeah, it's going to run right into Schellenberger's gun.
That's a free meal right there.
Yeah. With a prize at the bottom of the kids' meal. That was an easy kill. Wilkins runs right into a chainsaw.
She is not happy about it.
No. So for the Northern Lights, they got 2 players left, but they're not working together. We got the mini brick for Northern Lights in the middle. She's looking to her left. She's worried about getting bunkered. She doesn't know that she's got Schellenberg on her right.
Very minimal conversation right now, which I can understand because they only have 2 alive.
Yeah, but they're not talking at all.
No, not at all.
Oh, great work by Schellenberger blowing up that Dorito.
That was a fantastic shot on Heap.
Now Schellenberger blows up that tower. That leaves the inside wedge in the snake corner. They're basically...
That's a 3-pack for her so far.
Yep.
And a free meal.
So let's keep going with this analogy.
If I was Sullenberger right now, I'd be moving to this outside wedge just to get a little bit better of a shot.
It's Schellenberg, but you're so food focused right now.
Did I say
you
burger?
went Schellenberger?
I did. I apologize.
Yeah, no, we're full
so
on meal.
much.
We're in the meal analogy. I love it.
Chicken nugget time.
Yeah.
So Vibe has moved into Northern Lights to D3 and just killed the middle of the field, it looks like.
All right, well, Schellenberg now is truly alone, which she was not working with her teammates, so she might as well be alone. It's now, I believe, a 2-on-1.
Oh.
Yeah, she's so focused, though, on the Dorito side, she's about to get bunkered.
Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes.
No chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Not even one.
Hadley finishes that one off. So the takeaway, if I'm Northern Lights, the big error there is that there was no teamwork between their mini brick and Schellenberg. I'm not sure they had no vision of each other.
Nope.
So I think they may not have been aware that they had a teammate left, but that's a shame.
But that comes down to communicate. Oh my goodness.
That was a jumping shoulder bump that went wrong.
That comes down to communication in the first place, along with situational awareness. Big words again.
Use the biggest.
I don't know how it's been for big words recently, but I'm going to give it to you right now.
Krista's bringing it. Thanks to Paintball for Purpose, helping to sponsor this broadcast. Paintball for Purpose, started by Tammy Adamson, is there to help pretty much anybody, but especially athletes or veterans who need help with any personal issues, especially if you're in a down place and you need some help. Give them a call.
Sirens are on your right. Suricatos on your left.
All right, 5 live Suricatos. They're going to the other teams. Oh, they're going to try the move. It's not going to work.
Sirens 4 alive.
Yeah. Remember we were just talking about if you try that move, you go to their brick. If they are going to the, that's exactly what happened. She was trying to crawl past a player that in a peripheral vision saw her.
And that 50 player for Sirens watched it happen
Yeah.
and just handed it to her.
Yeah. Here's a full pod.
Sirens losing their Dorito insert player.
All right, Suricatos still move up to the mini wall. They've got Snake 2, now Snake Dorito.
Sirens at the home, the 50 brick, and what appears to be the insert to the inside wedge.
All right, Suricatos now moving to D3. It doesn't work. She comes right through a lane that blows her up. 3 Suricatos left.
Again, it seems awful quiet.
All right, Suricatos now pushing up the middle. Rojas, number 9, trying to wrap that, looking at home.
Looking at home, I believe that this brick is still alive and not anymore.
Nope.
Nice job. That was a very clean move. And she's talking.
Yeah, good communication. Suricatos now lagging a little bit behind on the Dorito side. Up the middle to the other team's brick and the other team's D3.
She's getting heat on that D side from the home. The D side is just, I'm sorry, the home is just dumping it on the D side right now.
I got to imagine if you're that home player, you're in desperation mode right now.
It's a hard spot to live. Speaking of living, I believe that ref is hit.
It's a hard way to make a living. All right, Mini Wall is probably going to trade out here with, no, is she clean? No, okay, that's.
Wow. There goes the
Suricatos
home
player
player.
attempting it. Doesn't work.
Sirens home, walking out. Just that mini wall left, I believe.
And she's going to get sandwiched from two sides.
Sandwiched.
There we go. We're sticking with the food analogy.
There was a free meal in there, too.
Yeah.
For that Sirens player.
Are we hungry? Is that what's going on here?
It could be. It could be. I'm feeling some chicken nuggets right now. I'm not sure why. Not a healthy choice.
That's ever stopped me.
I have Quest chips in my bag, and I will wait for those till after this.
Wow, you have discipline. I eat like a teenager that's gotten a hold of the parents' credit card.
I am down 100 pounds.
Jeez, good for you.
Yep. I was enormous.
All right, Dallas 5 rolling back on the field with a 2-0 lead. 9 minutes on the clock.
Northern Lights are going to be on your right-hand side of the field. Cops are here. I suppose some of us should be running.
So says Gonzalez.
Yeah. La migra.
Actually, I think the cops are just
I think he's
pulling up to
watching,
watch.
yeah.
They're just watching paintball. Oh, first player going to take a walk for Vibe out of the middle.
5 alive for Northern Lights. Good spread, too.
Vibe has no presence on this snake side right now.
Moving up to the mini wall for Northern Lights. They're also in Snake 2. Dorito insert home. And the inside wedge now. Really nice breakout.
Vibe starting to spread it.
Northern Lights losing their home player. Ref's going in for a check for the Dorito insert for Northern Lights, and she's clean.
Big move by Tejada up into this snake Dorito.
I like the dive hesitation and then just kept running.
Yeah, she's like, I don't need to dive. All right, now there's going to be a move up the middle of this inside wedge. Northern Lights going to lose their mini temple.
I really think this inside wedge can be kind of like a God bunker because you can stand behind it and you can see quite a bit.
A lot of the field. Tejada going to cross that 50 into their D3.
She's going to take out that mini wall. There it goes.
Northern Lights
Snake's still alive, though.
Northern Lights
And
player
she's
dropping
fighting.
back from the inside wedge, trying to salvage this. Tejada very calm, just communicating. So I believe 2 players left alive for the Lights.
I believe so.
That mini wall that's really small in this situation.
That's a hard spot. Oh, there she goes.
And there it is.
That's a hard spot to fight from.
Now they bunker
There
out
goes
the
the snake
last
player
Northern
as
Lights
well.
player from that Dorito. That'll roll. That'll finish it.
I believe that's Lauren going in. She's super nice. I met her in AC in the Hydra booth.
Pretty dominant win there by Vibe. Northern Lights really struggling to live through that one. The Vibe just had a little bit better breakout, even though actually Northern Lights went up a body, I believe, earlier on in the game.
They were 5-on-4 for a
Yeah.
hot second.
They couldn't capitalize on it. Vibe all weekend long has just looked really good attacking team. I kind of by the middle of yesterday, I was thinking I think they're moving on to the playoffs just by what I'm seeing out of them.
It's an attacking field.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can play defensive paintball, but
We've
if you are an
definitely seen it.
attacking style team, you can really get up in their face and really stir it up and then get out if you have to.
I'm going to modify that statement a little
Please.
bit. I think it's a team. I think it's a field that you can attack up to the 50s.
Yep.
And very successfully. Crossing the 50 to finish the game has often resulted in a lot of bodies dropping out. So
Suricatos are going to be on your right.
Did Siren player get clipped
okay?
going in? Yeah, number 34 is going to take a walk for the Sirens.
Suricatos 4 alive. Doubled up the home. The home player with a nasty run out to the snake corner. That was pretty.
Sirens into D1 and the middle brick.
Suricatos spread out across the back line and into the snake from this angle. I can't see where. Suricatos moving into the D1. Also the snake too. Sirens moving into the snake 2, taking that free little bump, it looks like, into the snake 3. That's a fantastic move if you're able to make it super low to the ground. It's not necessarily a free move, but you definitely can make it if you're smart. At this point, she's getting no heat whatsoever. I'm sure you'll disagree with me, but in my eyes, I would continue moving.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bother shooting right now and try to get attention on me. I would move to this outside wedge and try to eat some backs.
The only reason I take a little bit of caution if you're not actively being shot at is always possible players set up a trap for you.
Yep.
They're trying to bait you into making a jump and
Yep.
catching you.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's the situation here, so
No.
I'm actually with you. Make that bump.
I don't think there's no one looking at her right now.
Yeah.
The snake is looking heads up. The snake can is looking at the D side. The Dorito side is looking at the D side, and they lost their home already. So there's no one looking at this side of the field. I'm not 100%, and now she's going to shoot the can in the back. This is, and, oh, she looked across the field. She shoot the snake. There goes the snake anyways.
This is the dangerous portion of the field to close out. That Dorito, it's real easy to die pushing that
Yep.
Dorito, but she makes it work.
There's nobody left.
Yep. Nice movement by Webb, finishing that one out.
Now, again, going back to the situational awareness aspect, the Suricatos have got to be aware that they've got to continue looking this side of the field. I don't think she ever got shot at.
Yep.
Like, the whole point.
Have you ever heard that phrase, everybody's got a plan until the first time they get punched in the mouth, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not encouraging punching out here on the field.
I've had my fair share getting punched in the mouth.
Yeah, we already saw it today with P-Mob. No, what I mean by that is a coach will send you out with an assignment, and at some point in the game, you start losing teammates, and if you hard stick to the assignment a coach tells you to do,
Yep.
that assignment can no longer be relevant. So
Correct.
at some point as a player, you have to say, okay, I know what the coach told me to do, but it's time for me to go off of that plan. Now, unless the coach gave you 15 different branching
Yes.
tree options.
Now, just to piggyback off of that, we are playing paintball. So, yes, you need to do your job, but at some point, you need to play paintball.
Yeah, just go
You
win
know?
the game, see the opportunity, make it happen.
In my opinion, and again, it's just my opinion, what your coach says to you is pretty much just off the break. Once you make the spot, you got to go.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if you just caught that.
I heard something.
Northern Lights taking the field, chanting "Oh Canada." That's spectacular.
Dallas 5's on the right.
All right, Northern Lights need something. They got 7 minutes. They're down 3 points.
Dallas 5, possibly 5 alive. Yes, they are.
All right, first body dropping for Lights, trying to get into the snake. So 4 alive for Lights, 3 alive for Lights. They lose their can. They lose their Dorito corner. They lose their home, all in
Goodness,
quick succession.
What just happened?
That was a bomb that just went off. Northern Lights only have the brick remaining.
I was looking right.
Yeah, you looked away at just the wrong second. So last Northern Lights player, number 13 there in the middle. She's in a ton of trouble.
At a mini wall. That's not a good spot.
If I'm the coach of the Lights, I think I might just towel out of it just to save the time.
Number 10 over here for Dallas 5, she has heads up D player written all over her. I was just watching her move down the D side. She looks really good. I believe her last name is Heap.
Heap, okay. And there's the closeout. Ugh.
That would be a stabbing.
Yeah.
With a cop right outside the
Yeah,
net.
watching the whole thing, doing nothing about it.
Yeah,
Absolutely
real nice.
nothing.
This is your homeland. Katie, thank you.
Yeah, Katie Heap.
She's got some very serious heads-up paintball skills.
All right, well, Northern Lights, that was rough. They lost 4 players in a span of about, I don't know, 5 seconds. It's just like, just the rug got pulled out from underneath them.
I looked away at just the wrong time.
Wow.
So yesterday, we were talking about the East Side Bandits, good friends of mine from D Block, Maryland. They won every match, so they are up 4-0.
Congratulations
so they
to the
are
Bandits.
moving on to tomorrow. It's been really good.
There's your shout out.
Tyler playing right now over on the
I see.
Eclipse field.
Tyler being your son.
Yep.
To the folks at home.
Yep, he's
Second generation paintball player.
a real character.
Is he going to exceed you? He's going
I
to bypass
hope.
you in the sport?
I hope so. He's using my gun because he likes mine better.
It's now his gun.
I'm so nice.
Krista breaking her shoulder, patting herself on the back.
If you have to say you're nice, chances are you're probably not.
You're probably not. Have you ever used the phrase, I'm just too honest? That means you're a bad person. That means you're a really bad person.
I've said some things that I cannot say into this headset.
Fair enough. All right, Suricatos Sirens tied up 2-2. There's almost 7 minutes on the clock.
A lot of time.
Essentially, it's like a fresh game.
Sirens are going to be on your right. I really like their jerseys.
Indeed. Favorite jerseys in the WNXL?
That's hard. I like the Vibe jersey that Lauren is wearing.
Yeah.
But I think I have to go with the Sirens.
I'll probably go
the
Fems.
colors.
I like the Fems. Fidel.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they got this brown V kind of pattern going on.
You know what? Old school Destiny. Anything purple has my heart.
All right, here we go. 5 alive for Suricatos, 1 up the middle.
Siren 4 alive. Losing the mini wall off the break.
Suricatos is going to lose 1 of their players in that mini temple. They do get into the D2.
Looks like Sirens might be in the D corner, the D insert, the home, and the can on the snake side.
All right, Suricatos with no snake presence. They do have good presence up the middle and the D2. Now moving to the snake from home. Nice run, and she's in.
She got to get her pack down, though.
Yeah, I've heard that more than once this weekend. You're right. But she makes it work. I believe that's Rojas.
She kind of looks like a shark.
Didn't.
That was a layup. Well done.
40th anniversary of Jaws this year.
Yes, sir. I could be wrong, and I know it's off topic, but I do think that the referee in front of us, number 10, the Last Supper, is his mash strap. Or
I don't know what it is.
I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
sure.
you're right. It's Last Supper.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. To each
All right.
their own.
Fashion note has been made.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Details, honey. Details.
All right, Suricatos still 4 alive. They're now starting to push the middle. Sirens with 5 minutes on the clock.
Sirens up into the D2, losing their can player.
And now Rojas. Rojas just skipping the wedge entirely, going to their D3. She gets away with it and takes the home.
And stabs the Dorito.
Didn't.
That gave the scent of spinning, but she didn't shoot.
A light sprinkle of spinning.
Just a sprinkling of the spin.
Just a touch. All right, congratulations, Suricatos, on that one. Now, Northern Lights, you're down 4-0, 6 minutes on the clock. You certainly can't lose. Well, you really can't lose any point from here on out.
No. There's still a lot of time, but those are quick points
Yeah.
in 90-degree high humidity.
Another O Canada coming from the Northern Lights pit.
Northern Lights are going to be on your right.
All right, Vibe with 2 guns in the home, up the middle to the brick, and into the snake immediately.
Northern Lights losing 1 off the brick and getting a minor.
And a minor.
However, Matt, they're in the snake, they're in the Dorito corner, and this brick. If they can stop the bleed, never mind.
Oh, man. Oh, that is brutal. Northern Lights players just peeling off.
Those spots are fantastic to stop the bleeding, but
I don't know, for considering this point and the last point, I don't know whether to give credit to great shooting by the Vibe players or to say to the Northern Lights, you need to fix something. I'm not sure what's to blame, but the Northern Lights have lost scads of players way too early in the game.
their breakouts are good. I think they just need to be maybe more aggressive.
Something's wrong.
Because they're getting shot in the back. Change up your plays,
Yeah.
possibly.
I
How are they doing for the event?
not great.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not bring that up.
Okay, copy that.
No,
Heard that?
no, it's been a rough event, but this match in particular, they're just losing bodies in droves off the beginning of the game,
Yep.
and you can't come back losing 2-3 bodies in the first minute of the game. First minute, hell,
Yeah.
the first 10 seconds of the game. It's not crazy breakouts, and they're not trying to run two
No.
players to the Dorito.
It's a
50.
spread breakout, but they lose a player off the break, and then unfortunately, whether she knew or not, she caught the minor.
Yeah, the penalty.
And that's all it takes.
But so again, I don't know. Maybe the credit should go to Vibe and just great shooting, and maybe it's not Northern Lights' fault at all. I really don't know.
Their guns are on point. So last practice, we actually we lost a player before we even started playing. I don't know if you heard about that. My friend Jeff Bemis
Oh,
caught
I saw
a air whip to the forehead.
Ooh.
Yeah, not good. Not
Ooh.
good. But we talked about this at the NEXL. But everything's Bemis's fault. So perhaps
yeah.
that's the reason why the Northern Lights are losing.
Jeff Bemis is a good dude. That is that's unlucky. I'm sorry
He
to
took
hear
it
that.
like a champ, though.
I did see a picture of him getting EMT
It was
attention.
just an ambulance. I kind of wish they had called a helicopter, but it was only 5 stitches.
All right, lesson at home. Make sure your fill whip is fully attached before you press that air handle. You were talking 4,500 pounds of jet pressure, turning that thing into a deadly whip that's tipped with a chunk of stainless steel.
And it will bite you.
Yeah, it'll hurt you hard. You know, the longer I've been in this industry, I haven't become more comfortable working around a high-pressure system. And by the way, I've been in this industry. Oh, here's a fun fact.
Yes, please.
My first paintball job ever, was cleaning rental equipment for a company called Stored Paintball. They were that direction about a mile from here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is the second time we've gone back on your history together.
Yeah, well, I'm just so psyched that this is my hometown. Anyways,
I
not
like
the
it.
point. As time has gone on in the industry, I'm more scared of high pressure air systems, not less.
Especially as the nipples on your bottle start to wear out.
Yeah.
Suricatos on your right, Sirens on your left. Suricatos with a pocket play aside from
Ooh, big move up the middle by Suricatos.
Bianca straight into Sirens brick.
You know what? She thought about crawling. She held up. If she attempted to crawl, she was going to get blown up.
That's the same thing that happened last time. I'm not sure who the Sirens player is. I think it's 34 possibly, but she caught her last time.
Yes. And Bianca just unknowingly saved her own life by not dropping into that crawl.
She thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bianca's going to go stab her.
First,
I'm sorry, go bunker her.
First siren gets peeled off from the Dorito side.
There it is. Nice job,
Oh,
Bianca.
and clean.
Yep, that was pretty. Well, Sirens have nothing left on the D side.
Yeah, they got blasted out.
So she was clear to make that move.
Sirens cook here in the snake. She's unaware of danger being this close to her.
Oh, this might not be good.
She's going to try to crawl that gap. She gets away with it. Who sees who first? Bianca's back is turned.
Good night.
There it is. But
5 to the back. Nice job, Cook.
frankly, Bianca already did a lot of damage, and Cook is about to get blown up in the back
Yep.
as a thank you.
And there goes the can.
There's more blowing up in the back. There's a lot of back shooting today. Home is in a ton of trouble here for Sirens. And that's it. She's
There
hit.
it is. Goodness gracious.
What a trading
Well
of bodies
done.
there by Suricatos. I am pronouncing it wrong. I'm listening to Suricatos pronounce their own team name.
Okay.
I will not attempt to repeat their accent.
Oh, come on.
No. I don't need to get canceled.
You can't get canceled. I'm up here.
I can get canceled. I have it in me. All right, San Francisco Sirens going to drop Suricatos. Going to move up to 4-2 with about 3 minutes left on the clock. That's a lot to ask from the Sirens to win 2 points in 3 minutes.
It
Not
is.
impossible, but it's a lot to ask.
I will be interested to see what the Northern Lights bring
why-
out for this one. What
I
do
don't
you
think
see?
the Suricatos players on the field realize the time has stopped. They are staying there as if the buzzer, the towel hasn't been hit.
I hope they know because
We're
the
in
pit
X ball. Oh, there's going to be a gun check by the refs. I still think the other Suricatos should, well, they may not want to leave the field because they need to be there as live bodies if there's going to be a penalty assessed. Okay. Suricatos coach might want to blow a timeout on this situation. No? Okay. No penalty, I think?
Our break time is counting down.
That's what I'm saying,
So-
why the Suricatos coach might want to use a timeout on this. There have actually been a lot of gun checks on the field this weekend. A lot of hot guns that have gotten penalties.
Yep.
And a few guns shooting, I think 14.6. I'm sorry, not 14. 10.6 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah. So, turn your gun's velocity down a little bit. You don't need to be at 299 to play
No.
paintball.
It's a very small field.
Yeah.
And chances are, you're not staying at the home and fighting the home.
Now, from that distance, you're just risking penalties. All right, we're at 34 seconds. I do kind of expect a timeout to occur.
No, Suricatos are going, and
Yeah.
Sirens are already out there.
Yep, Sirens
They're
ready
going
to go.
for it.
20 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds, plenty of time.
Sirens on the right.
I highly advise do not get to your starting box with like 3 seconds on. It creates a sense of panic, and it's hard
Not
to get
in 91 degrees.
a clean breakout. Here we go. Suricatos up by 2 points. Oh, 2 players walking off for the
Oh.
Sirens on their snake side.
They're matched up at the brick.
That's huge. Suricatos should just go into clock kill mode now if they know there's 2 kills.
Suricatos losing one of their home players.
That said, Sirens should be attacking right now.
Yes, 100%.
We're at 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and they need 2 points. Oof. Alice dodged out of her death there.
That
in the
was
snake
close.
Dorito. All right, there's a trade by the Suricatos,
Yep.
taking out that middle brick.
That's exactly what the Suricatos needed.
That frees up Alice to make her bump into the wedge.
Sirens moving out to the D corner. I don't know if Alice caught it, though. Number 18.
Honestly, they don't really need to push and win this.
No.
Suricatos can just dig in. We're at a minute 45.
The only reason why I said that is she was standing out in the open on this side of the field,
Mhm.
so I wasn't sure if she was going to catch a 1 ball. Sirens getting checked, and it was just rub, so they're still clean. Alice moving up into the D side.
All right, we're now approaching a minute. For the Sirens, this is essentially evaporated any chance of a comeback.
Correct.
Alice loses her life in that D2.
Bummer.
Again, mission accomplished. They've completely broken the Sirens' attack.
Yep.
Frankly, this last Suricatos player should just chill. Just get in this mini brick. Don't move again.
There's 2 for Suricatos. There's 1 over on the D side.
Fair enough. Now there's
Now
only
there's
one.
one.
Commentator curse.
Real nice, Matt.
All right, we're down to 30 seconds. Sirens Cook looking to close it out. Actually, it's a race for the buzzer now. She
Yes.
doesn't realize it. Suricatos is going to make it first.
And that's it.
All right, that is heartbreaking for Cook. She was so close to the buzzer, unopposed. Either
And she
way,
earned it too. She fought her way there.
yeah, there's going to be 20 seconds left on the clock. Now it's down by 3. Okay, Suricatos holding on to that one. Matter of fact, Suricatos didn't choose to dig in. They chose to attack, even though they were up by 2 points.
Yep.
So they both got the point, and they killed about 2 minutes, actually 2.5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah.
So in every aspect, that was a success.
There's not going to be any coming back with 19 seconds.
No. So, all right. Well, it's a de facto win, pro forma at this point. I don't know. I'm struggling to use big words, but basically, there's 19 seconds. They're going to play a point.
Yeah.
Pretty irrelevant here. So,
Hopefully no majors.
yeah, you would need a lot of major red flag action to pull out 3 points in 19 seconds.
No, I just mean for the point spread.
That's true. All right. Congratulations, Suricatos. All right, you've watched this for a while now. What do you think about the layout?
I love it. I think it's fun. When it got released, like I said to you yesterday, I wasn't excited about it.
Most people weren't.
But after playing it, realizing that it's really smart heads-up paintball.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really fun field. I quite enjoy it.
So the general internet reaction when this was released is, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I think I thought at the time, and I still think it now, I think it's just a general paintball player. It's different, and I don't like different. And
Correct.
Yeah.
Anything that gets released, you have some people that love it, and you have some people that hate it, and that is just paintball.
So this is a weird, you know what, I think I had this discussion with you yesterday. This is a point symmetrical field.
Correct.
Yeah, it's not a normal linear symmetrical field.
Yes.
And that was different, and I think players just immediately reacted negatively to it.
Yep.
Online. I'm talking about online, when it was dropped.
There doesn't appear to be much negativity whatsoever
No.
on this premises at all. Like, people seem pretty excited about it. All right, 19-second point. Hopefully no majors try to keep that point spread.
If you're the Sirens, you just try to do something crazy, because why not?
I mean, they might.
Yeah, they're sending players up
They're
the middle.
going.
They send one player to cross the 50.
Wow, she
trucked through there. There
I
was
thought
a
she
body
was still
sealed
alive.
off. However, 3 Sirens off. Doesn't really matter. We're at 5 seconds. Counter run,
Oh. Stabbed
Oh,
to
wow.
the neck.
but not enough time for Bianca to get that buzzer. Not that it matters.
She has heart.
Okay. All right. Well, that'll wrap up this particular match. Thank you to Krista.
Thank you,
for
Matt.
being here.
Appreciate
It's
you.
a formal
So good
handshake.
to see you. Professionalism at its finest.
Yeah, this is like a business handshake. All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to come back with more WNXL action. I believe we have 2 matches left in the day, and then you're free to go about the rest of your Saturday.
There it is.
Thank you for being here with us.